Hello everyone, this is I hope you're doing well. This is a new video idea that I thought of and maybe will continue to do in the future. Um, so we're going to be looking at today a Koppaburg, excuse the lighting, with mixed fruits. That's the flavouring. Koppaburg, they often come in different flavourings. I think I can't name any of them off the top of my head because it's the main one that I have, but I think there's like strawberry and like strawberry and apple, I think. Um, I'm not entirely sure, but this is the main one that I have had have had in the past. So yeah, I'll give it it's sealed, so it's all fresh and everything. So I won't give these ratings because they're completely subjective and not a good representation and what it may be to other people and everything. So I'll just kind of talk about it in general. Yeah, so 4%. There it says 4% cider, 330 milliliters bottle. Yeah. So they're very fruity. As anyone that may have drank these before would know, they're very yeah, they have a lot of flavour to them. In the flavouring side, not so much the ethanol and hops or you know, whatever it's made of. Very good as a recommendation, very good for beginners, I would say. I'm not trying to preach as if I'm this alcohol expert or anything, but you know, I've had a fair share of everything, and I'm not inexperienced, you know. So yeah, yeah, very fruity flavor. It comes through very strongly, and the only kind of hint that you have of alcohol is the aftertaste. Somewhat like, yeah, that's, and even then it's not very strong. But what should be mentioned is, like I said, I do drink. It's not so I have built up a tolerance and, you know, resistance not only to the, you know, to the general effect of it, but to the taste. And so for me personally, this is like drinking a Capri Sun or something. You know, it's really not anything that yeah, that does much for me. And that's not inherently a bad thing. Well, I don't know. Maybe it kind of defeats the purpose of drinking alcohol. But you know, if you're trying to go for good flavor, and this goes for anyone, if you're trying to get a good flavor, you know, these are a very good option. These are a very good option. They're not going to make you cringe or hesitant with it at all or anything. So yeah, these are very good on the flavoring side. They're very sweet, very yeah, very fruity, as it says, mixed fruits. One thing that I will mention is the description on the back. You can't see because the lighting, and even then I wouldn't be able to get it focused. But in my opinion, when I'm having a good drink, when I'm sitting there at the dinner table, you know, I like to, you know, if it has a good read on the back, I will read it and I will enjoy reading it. And so this is one that I can compliment that on. You know, made in Sweden, even has some Swedish on here. Maybe I can pick that up, but the writing's big enough. There, many Swedish people know. You know, it says Skull at the back. Cheers didn't know. So yeah, that's another thing, and I have to, I have to compliment it on, because I do enjoy a good read on the heritage, even if it's mundane, which most of them are. It's still something. It's still something. I don't know. It's something I enjoy. I'm sure someone else enjoys it. Um, yeah, but yeah, it's something I enjoy. So yeah. See the fizz there. In terms of the effect, it really does nothing. Um, I can't comment in terms of a beginner. If you're a beginner, I can't comment for your on your behalf because I never really had these when I was. Ironically, this was the first one that I had. This is the first, the first night I got drunk and everything. This is the first drink I had. But then soon after, I had much harder stuff. So I can't really evaluate the effect that it gave me. But yeah, as someone that has built a tolerance and drank a while, really does nothing to me. I should say I have already had one. So this is my second one now, and I have eaten and everything, but yeah, but generally it does nothing to me. And also, yes, just yesterday I had two as well. When I had eaten, I had those quicker. I had maybe there's an hour between this one and the last one, but yesterday I had them quite close, and yeah, still did nothing for me. And so yeah, they're not. If you're trying to, if that's what you're going for, if you're trying to have a good time or whatever, these aren't really your drinks. They're maybe good for a beginner. Maybe they'll get you a little bit on the edge or give you a little bit of a buzz. For me, it doesn't really give me a buzz anymore. But yeah, I mean, obviously they're 4%, so they're not strong in the first place, and maybe being that weak, they're not meant to be that kind of drink anyway. But and also another thing, they're only 330 milliliters, so like the size of a can, like a Coke can or a Fanta can or something. I think these do come in can forms, but obviously with the flavour and stuff that can be affected by what it's put in. So the bottle versus the can kind of debate and everything. But yeah, in terms of the effect, it really does nothing for me. Yeah, had two, really doesn't. Before they did sort of give me a slight buzz, but now they don't. So yeah, that's kind of a general overview. Yeah, so I could, if you're a beginner, if if you're trying to get into it, I suppose, well, not trying to get into it, but if it's your first time or something, then yeah, have a couple of these. They'll go down smoothly. Yeah, that's another thing with these. They go down very smoothly. They're not difficult to drink. They're not going to make you like retch or anything, or cringe or anything. They're very easygoing, even for a complete beginner. And yeah, so they're one. If you're trying to have a good time, don't buy these. Even if you are a beginner, they're not. Maybe for your first couple drinks, yeah, have a couple of these. They're nice. Generally, they're not. They're not going to do much, no matter who you are. I could recommend for communal drinking or communal like a gathering or something like that. This wouldn't be a bad idea. Like if you're sitting around, the typical stereotype of sitting around the barbecue or something like that, or having them at dinner time. Yeah, they're a good. They complement that very well. And or it's a good communal thing to be hand someone a bottle or something. Generally, I don't ever go for that. I'm not really in that situation, so I can't. But I can see it happening. And but yeah, and even then, personally, I wouldn't. If I was the one hosting something, I wouldn't buy these because they don't give you, for me anyway, they don't give me a buzz either. Maybe if you're a bit on the have a less of a tolerance, or a bit more of a lightweight, they would, but they don't give me a buzz or anything. Not let alone like an actual effect of of your eyes. Personally for me, what really messes me up is that I have really blurred vision, and my balance is off. I'm not so in terms of as long as I haven't gotten too far, generally my head's still there. With a couple of exceptions on some nights, but generally they're the first things that hit me anyway. And yeah, obviously these don't do these, but they don't even give the buzz. They don't, something after two, sometimes I can't feel it so much now. Maybe I haven't finished this. Maybe I will afterwards. Yesterday when I've drunk them a bit quicker, they make my heart race a little bit. They make, I can feel it going a little bit, but it's not like I'm not in that happy high kind of state that you're in sometimes just before you go into that slightly drowsy kind of happy high state that you're in just before you have the proper effects. And yeah, I don't get it from these, and it's mainly down to the fact that it's only 330 milliliters. If I have a pint like 500 milliliters, if I have a couple of those, I feel a lot more. Still not loads, when having, because usually my typical routine is have one before or during, and then have like another one after. And with pint ciders, I can do that, but with these 330 milliliters, they don't do anything. And even with the pint ones, I'm not. It's not overly like it's not crazy by any means. I don't really get a buzz anymore. I don't really. I can feel something. But it's not like I'm looking around and like I can see my vision is blurred, or I can see things are being slowed, and like my vision's being slurred almost, if that makes sense. I don't get any of that. I kind of feel it. I feel a little bit. Maybe lightheaded's kind of the word to use, but I don't. Yeah, I don't get a buzz. I don't get that, which is something that I think goes away over time anyway. But yeah. So yeah, that's been. I think that's everything I have to say, without talking too much about myself, which I may have already done, but oh well. Yeah, this is 1.3 units, so you can have. What is it? I can't remember what you're supposed to have in a week. Like, I can remember. I know you have 7, so you can have like about 7 for a pint of 4%. So maybe you could have 8 or 9. I'm not sure. It says 3 to 4. Oh no, sorry. You can have about 3 to these daily, which doesn't. I assume that doesn't. What's the word? That doesn't transition. That doesn't. Yeah, I can't remember the word. That doesn't transition over to weeks properly. So yeah, I don't think you should be having 3 of these every day, because otherwise that would be the more than units. I think it's supposed to have 14 units. I think that's what it is. I can't remember. Yeah, it is. No, I don't remember. Sorry. Anyway, this is the overview of Koppaburg mixed fruits. I'll probably do another one of these with something else once I get it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.